Okay, here's the Super Selectos. We're at Super Selectos aquí. Sí. Hermano Ángel está vendiendo. Hermana Delias, they are doing the selling here. Hermana Yuri. Oh, cornflakes, hey. Cornflakes, vamos a desayunar. I guess there's something we can read into this with all these kids here buying food. I imagine a lot of them want to break from beans and tortillas, and this is an opportunity. They do get, every so often they do get a package to take home of food, besides what we feed them here in the CDI program. There is no way of expressing how much the CDI program means to these kids. You can see there are hundreds of them. The kids that come here for the classes during the week, get a meal, learn something valuable that they won't get in public school. More the ethic, the Christian ethic, morality. Trying to give these kids something to hang on to so that when they become adults and they face the cruel world that it is here for the world of adults. Girls who just get pregnant to have an association with a male who just might take care of them for a short time. Boys who get involved with gangs, or if not, have nothing to do but sit and smoke, drink, buy these 35-cent bottles of alcohol and go someplace and just get high. We see the blue sniffers in Chachuapa. We're trying to prevent that. But it's hard to do if you've got nothing to offer. Nothing to offer after this. These kids will go to school, they'll go to high school, they won't learn much. I certainly found that out from looking at Juan and Maria's report cards. Study doesn't seem to be that important. It's a case of, for what? What am I going to do with my education? I can't get a higher education to become something better or to become a professional person because there's nothing available here. So it's a desperate thing. We're just trying to help these kids grow up and put something into their hearts and their minds. Give them Jesus, because that's basically all they have. We cry for help from the outside world, but there are needs even greater than ours. I'm sure kids in Libya would love to be here and eating beans and tortillas rather than having themselves blown up with cluster bombs. I'm sure kids in various parts of the world that are suffering from AIDS because of the rapes in Africa that are just so common, infecting their mothers and mothers dying rapidly. We have it much better off than they have. But still, this is a fiesta. Look, real meat. These kids don't get real meat, beef, that often. On their birthdays, we celebrate. We take them every 3 months to a fast food restaurant where they can have some chicken, have some beef, have some soda and ice cream, have some things that they won't get here in a Refugio. It's hard to understand how these kids survive sometimes with their lives having so little. They look like kids, normal kids anywhere else, because most of them are dressed in some of their better clothes, not their school uniforms, but they get dressed nicely to put on a public face. Not that there's some shame in being poor, because so many of them are poor and some are poorer than others. Oh, look at it. Angel is loaded with money. We are rich here in El Refugio. We have fun. We have fun with little. And maybe some of you older people that are watching this video grew up that way in the country. I know I did. I had few toys. Many of them were old toys that somebody else wanted to throw away. And my mom got them at a yard sale or something. Or just out of kindness, some mother or grandmother gave us some toys for little Roger to play with. But I never went to bed hungry, and I didn't have to eat the same thing every day. And what I ate was nutritious. There was, even in the Depression in the United States, there was opportunity. Here there is no opportunity. There are no factories hiring. There are no offices hiring. There are no department stores hiring. There's really no retail business here. Retail here is you buy a few of something, of maybe some of the things you see here, and you sell it from your front door. It's a whole different world, and you hope you make a few pennies so you can buy an extra one the next time you go to Chachuapa to buy. And this is how people survive. Cutting wood and putting it in the back of your pickup truck and taking it into the town to sell to people that need wood, because so many people cook with wood fires. If they have to heat water at all, it's with a wood fire. So this is our life here, and this is why this church is so important, and why I have been so disappointed in seeing it going so downhill in recent years from poor management, because people here are not educated in how to handle money, how to deal with the future. People don't think beyond the next meal, and it's a tragedy. But this is the culture. It's not so much ignorance as habit. This is the way it's always been, through the wars, through the oppressions, through the dictatorships, through all kinds of hell in this little country that's just, the size of Massachusetts. We struggle, we try, the government does what it can, but there is corruption in our government just as there is in any government. And not everything filters down to the people who need it. And who need it most are these children, whom I love so dearly and would do anything for. And I wish that anybody and everybody that watches this video could come here and spend a month just to see what the rest of the world lives like. So I'm not asking for anything. Everybody's got his own conscience. Anybody can sit and look at his on situation and say, well, I'm not making the overtime that I used to make, and my savings have dwindled because the interest rates have dropped and my 401k has disappeared, and I almost lost my house. But at least you have a house, and at least you have a job, and you don't need a lot of the things that you have, which are totally luxuries and totally unpromised to you by God. All He promised you was life, health, a roof over your head, shelter, food, and it's up to you to take care of those things. We Americans are so spoiled. We don't realize how spoiled we are. We don't admit how spoiled we are, and those of us who do, many of us, too many of us, don't bother thinking about other people in this world. I live here. I love it here. I feel like I can help somebody else rather than feathering my own nest, rather than having 2 motorcycles and a big station wagon. I don't need. No. And so this is CDI. This is the Center for Development, whole child development, thanks to Compassion International. And I keep asking people, go online, learn about Compassion International, what it does, not just in El Salvador, but in many parts of the world. These kids are smiling, they're happy. What's more beautiful than a smiling child? So many of these kids, have one parent, live with an extended family, uncles, aunts, whatever. Mostly aunts, mostly women. There are 4 of us here that are male, 5 of us, working here. And the rest are all women. When you walk down the streets of the community, you see so many kids without dads. Last night, Margarita and I went to a campaña, a prayer meeting, a big thing. It was a popular preacher came and preached. And little Monica came and she saw me. She came over and sat on my lap and we hugged. How good that feels to here she is. This is Monica. She is like my own. And her little cousin. Clarita's giving me the back of her head. And so many of these other kids. This little Steven. He's like my own. Jackie, she's definitely like my own. This whole family I adopted at one time or another for some reason. But because there's a need, not because they're greedy, not because they want something they're not entitled to, because they are entitled to. God promised, and God sends people to do things, to do His work. And I'm proud and happy to be part of it. And if I choke up, well, I choke up, and I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed for tears that I've shed for these kids, the kids that got sick and died, that went here to CDI. The little girl that got hit by a car in a dirt road because some jackass was speeding, hit her, knocked her off her bicycle, and she was in a coma for several days before she died because there's no real good medical care here. So yeah, I can weep for these kids. Her dad works hard. He's got 3 little girls now. He's a brick mason. There's so many people, when you ask them what they do, I'm a brick mason. For some reason, there's some people that are building houses and he's got some work. Roberto. Okay. Kids are kids. And they're beautiful. And it's not a question of, well, why do they have so many kids? They have so many kids because they love these kids. They do the best they can for them. By our standards, we say, oh, it's not enough. Buenos dias. Ah, Kike has a guitar. Woo! Kike's a drummer. He's learning to play the guitar, I guess, a plastic guitar. Richard has a guitar too, a guitar with cars. Where's Kevin? I had Kevin in Parvularia in kindergarten. And Vanessa. And Christina. And Darcy. Yes. And Yancy. Qué preciosa es. I love this girl. Some of my bigger kids that I had when I was first came here 7 years ago. This Mariela, she was an usher last night at the Campagna. Venga, venga. Ah, here she is. Big girl now. I'm very proud of her. She was #1 in her class. Graduated 9th grade last year. And she's in the Instituto now, in the equivalent of high school. With her sister Loida. And mine. And many of my kids. English. Carlita. Hola, Carlita. No quiere su foto. This is Rosita. She's a special ed kid I had in my first year. She goes to, I think she's still going to a special ed school. She couldn't read or write or anything. She's come a long way. She's come a long way. Huh? We're sold out. No hay nada aquí. Okay. Ah, boy. Oh, we still got a few book bags left here. Tres cosas. Solo $3 tiene. Ay, no puede comprar más por $3. Okay. Ah, rico es, rico es. Okay. Couple of Garcia brothers. This is Vanessa. She's in love with me. She quiere ser sorbete siempre, pero está bien. Isn't she beautiful? Qué bonita es. Ah, mire, mire esa cara. Ay, no, mi amor. Quiero ver su cara. Ah. Okay. Okay. Looks like the kids are eating pizza. Pizza. A ver. Ah, Jairo tiene. He's got some. Ah, bueno. Steven, how are you? ¿Cómo está? Ajá. My Jackie. Mi amor. Más que nunca. Más que nunca. Here's Loida. With Maya. It's video, mi amor. Here's Walter. Walter is not too good in science, but then, you know, he's good looking, es muy guapo. So these are the kids. They're all having a good time. They're eating. They all enjoy their meal. We have Jessica and Katie turning her back on me. She doesn't know. I already have a good video of her. It's good to see them together again. They were always the best of friends from throughout this school. Hey, Jennifer. Hola, Jennifer. Hi, good. Here's our venerable drummer. Well, qué bueno. Okay. Disfrutando, comiendo, siempre comiendo. Está bien, está bien. Oh, they're all online for pizza, I guess. Es la cola para pizza. Pizza y flauta. Pizza cola, pizza cola. Es Elsa. Hola, Elsa. We can peek through the window. Hermana Lisa is selling food. Steven tiene hambre. Okay. The other Adriano. What a mob, what a mob. What a mob. Permiso. What a mob.
Me compré una rica de 4 horas.
Ay, qué bárbaro.
This is a sandwich.
Una Barbie.
Okay, muy bien.
Sí, 40, 30.
Vegetariano.
Sí.
Well, okay, so much for the man in the street. There are beautiful kids and there are beautiful kids. But this one is the most beautiful. Look at those eyes. Look at that smile. Stuffing a sandwich in her face. Yum, 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 yum. Nido. And this is her brother. These and her other brother. These are the nicest kids you ever want to know. The grandmother takes them to school and gossips with the other ladies and waits for them to get out of school in the afternoon session. Mother goes out to work. There's no father that I know of. Bueno. I see hermano Raul is coming. Raul is the accountant for CDI. And I guess he's coming to check the pizza. Along with hermana Mayra, our directora. Qué bueno. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Still online for pizzas and flautas. All the baked goods here. I think this kid is taking bribes for something, protection money. Can't be sure here. Okay, they're starting to get fed now. Look at the little kids first. Little rich kids like Darcy. Look at all the money. Mucho dinero tiene. Uy. Mi hijo también. This is Jasmine. She was one of my favorite students of all time. Just a loveliest little girl. Let me get the bigger kids on this side. You have to wait their turn. Pictures and all.
Al descuido público.